Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle, and today I'm going to be doing a Grumpy Sunshine romance rec for you. I've been reading a lot of Grumpy Sunshine romances lately and I've been loving them, so I'm super excited to chat about these with you. And yeah, so let's get right into this video. The first book I'm going to talk about is Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. This is her newest release. I absolutely love this one. This is a brother's best friend like romance and also like forced proximity a little bit. So the heroine, she basically had a very traumatizing past. Like she lost all of her family in a fire and it was just really horrific, and so now she's trying to rebuild her familial home. And Anson, the hero, is an ex-FBI agent, and he is actually working on the construction crew at her house, like remodeling it and like fixing it up from the fire damage. And he is also friends with her older brother, and so they kind of start like hanging out around each other, like forced proximity, but he is just so grumpy and he doesn't let anybody in, like anybody. The only person he talks to is Shep, which is her like older brother, and they just kind of start having this like banterish like friendship where he's kind of like intrigued by her but doesn't want to let her in too much, and it is just like so cute. And I love this romance so much. It was a lot of fun. She like loves plants, so there's lots of like plant vibes in here. Like she works at a what's it called, nursery type thing, and she just loves plants, and so she'll talk about that with the hero, and I just love seeing him really open up to her. And she's just been through so much in her life, but she is still the same person she's always been and just has to work through what she went through in her childhood. And I just love this one so much. There's lots of fun side characters, found family vibes, and it was just a lot of fun. And of course there is some suspense in this one with what happened with the fire, like who started it, and there's also some past stuff happening with Anson, the hero, so we kind of find that out through the book, and it is just such a great romance. And this is the first book in her newest series and I loved it so much. Then I have Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. This is a Grumpy Sunshine second chance romance. So the hero and heroine were together years ago, but they broke up and they're still both so heartbroken over what happened. And the heroine is a wedding planner and she's about to have her biggest client yet, and they are asking specifically for the hero as their like flower guy, and she is just like, I have not seen him in years, I don't know if I can do this, and so she has to be around him again. And he is just so grumpy and still really heartbroken over what happened. Like he never lets anyone in except her, so they have to be around each other. It's forced proximity. They have to work with each other, but they both still have feelings for each other, but they don't want to talk about it. There's so much mutual pining in this. I love it. It also has the micro trope of like he has tattoos for her, and I love that. This one is so good. Angsty, second chance, just amazing. Then I have One Touch by Lena Hendricks. This is a Grumpy Sunshine romance where it's also kind of workplace where they have to work together, and it's small town. So the hero and heroine end up having to work on the heroine's aunt's house because she is helping remodel and he is like a construction guy. So he is like helping remodel the thing, and so they end up having to work together and design stuff together, and she just detests him. I think he's also the older brother of her ex-boyfriend, and they just have to work together, and it's absolutely hilarious, like the shenanigans and everything in this book, and it is just so funny. But there's so much like sexual tension between them, which I loved. This one is just a great time. I listened to the audiobook in a day because I was enjoying it so much. It is so good if you want just like a fun like workplace, like hate to love Grumpy Sunshine romance. This is perfect for you. Then I have King of Sloth by Anna Huang. This one is a like workplace romance kind of. So the hero is a billionaire and the heroine is his like PR person, and he is the sunshine one and she is the grumpy one, and they have always kind of like pined after each other for years. And the hero is going through some stuff in his personal life. His dad, he is becoming like the CEO of his company. If he wants to get his inheritance, he has to do this like work project thing, and so she ends up helping him with that. And he ends up kind of like asking her like we should go on a date, and she begrudgingly agrees, and they kind of start like a friends to lovers kind of like romance, and it was just really cute. And I love seeing them kind of work through both of their family trauma that they have together. And it was just adorable, and there's some fun, spicy times. He's a billionaire. I really enjoyed this one. If you want like a fun like billionaire romance with some Grumpy Sunshine aspects, this one is so good. Then I have the Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare. This is such a hilarious, laugh out loud historical romance. So the heroine, she is a spinster and she wants to stay that way, kind of. Like, she would love to find love, but she's fine with where her life is right now. And she's living in this house and she absolutely loves animals. She has so many different animals she takes care of. And so the hero recently come into some new money, and he is also a duke. And so he is moving in next to her, and he really wants to work on the house and like sell it. But he just can't do that because she has all of these animals that make so much noise and have lots of quirks. And so she is also dealt this ultimatum from her aunt: if she doesn't find a husband by a certain time, then she is going to move back to like their familial home and kind of become a spinster, and she'll have to give away all of her animals, like, or else or something. And so she ends up working with the hero to start trying to find rehoming for her animals, but they end up falling for each other in the process. And it's kind of like it's really cute. There's lots of banter, and the animals all have like these really fun, cute quirks, and he is like falling for her, but also like she is just such a crazy like animal lover, and I just love this one. I was laughing out loud listening to the audiobook. It's a lot of fun. Definitely go check it out. Then I have the Chase by Elle Kennedy. I recently went back and read this series, and I really liked it. So the heroine, she is kind of a wild child. She is known as that. She ended up burning down her sorority house at her previous college, and so now she's going to Briar U with a clean slate and is trying to just like stay low, but she knows that she, you know, she likes to do some things. So she ends up having to stay with her brother's best friend and room with them, and she's very sunshine. He is grumpy. He's also a hockey player. She's always kind of had feelings for him, and he's had feelings for her, but he has just never gone there with her. And so he's kind of like looking out for her whole time throughout like the year and stuff, and she heard him say some kind of mean things about her, and so she just is like annoyed with him, and it is just such a fun like Grumpy Sunshine romance. She also starts going on dates with one of their roommates, and he gets jealous, and it was just a really fun new adult college hockey romance, and I really liked it. And I love their like relationship. It was just adorable, and he like knows that she is a girly girl, and I just love that. And the last romance I'm going to talk about is Serpentine Valentine by Gianna Darling. So this is a sapphic dark academia romance. So our heroine Lex, she is actually sexually assaulted by one of the professors at this college, and this is also like kind of a Medusa retelling, and she goes to like the head of the college and is like, this happened to me, and they're like, no it didn't, and they kind of cover it up. So she is absolutely devastated and just like heartbroken that they would, you know, do this to her. So now she's coming back for her, like, I don't know what year in college she is, but her next year at the university, and she has a plan. She has a revenge plan to go and seduce the head, like the president of the college's daughter. And so that's where the story kind of starts. And so she starts going around the other heroine, Luna, and she is very like sunshiny, and Lex is kind of this grumpy heroine, and they start hanging out. And it is just adorable. I love their romance and their relationship, and just seeing them kind of connect on a level. Like Lex is kind of like the black sheep of the college, and Luna is very like the popular girl, and just seeing them like connect on a deeper level was just, oh, it was so beautiful to see. And there's so many beautiful references to literature, and I love seeing this like revenge plan of the heroine, and just this is like the epitome of female rage in this romance, because she is, you know, she has a list, and if you're on it, like, watch out. But it's more than that. It's not, it's like, it really deals with, you know, what the heroine Lex went through in such a beautiful way, and I love how Gianna handled that in this romance. This one is just so, so good. If you haven't read it yet, you need to. It is so, like, Tortured Poets Department coded, and I love this one. It's so good. All right, well, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing me chat about some of my favorite Grumpy Sunshine romances that I've read recently. And definitely down below, let me know your favorites off of this list. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations, oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you